Alright. Alright, let's make the brush a little smaller now. There we go. It's good size. Alright, don't forget, we can go back in and we just want to get a majority of it for right now. We'll fine comb it in a little bit. Remember, once in a while, just unclick and re-click. This way, if you make a mistake, you can just back it up a little bit. Whoops, my hand accidentally clicked the right mouse button. If you go over it a little bit, it's not going to hurt anything. So you don't have to freak out if you make a mistake. Now, you just don't want to like throw a whole line of paint over something. Again, if you want to fast forward to the end of this paint job, please feel free. I'm just showing you the fine detail it takes in order to make it look good. That I want to show you there's no, I'm not cheating to do it. Everything I'm doing, I'm actually showing you, so you can see how long it actually takes. I don't want you thinking you're gonna jump on here and it's gonna take 5 minutes because of the video just zooming by. It takes some time, and it all depends on how much detail you actually want to get into your image. Alright, unclick it. It's starting to look pretty good. Just make the brush slightly smaller again and get up in here. It can use some more work, but we're going to go ahead and paint the hat now. Actually, you know what? The hat is a different color, so we're just going to go ahead, back up, and I'm going to go through this relatively quick. So we're going to zoom back out, change our mode to soft light. Let's see before and after. Looking better already. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this real quick. You basically know the process by now. So I'm gonna stop talking for a second, and I'm gonna get this done. There it is. You know, it doesn't look great, but you won't be able to tell when we change the mode to soft light. See? Looks pretty good there. Before, after, before and after. Alright, let's go ahead. We're going to get his shirt. We're going to use the color of his socks for his shirt. Alright, and just merge this down. Again, create a new layer. And this is going to be shirt, socks. Alright, so I'm not talking much. You can go ahead and skip through if you like. I'm just going to go ahead, color the socks, the shirt in, and then we're going to do some burning to the skin and the buttons. And we should be done. We might hit the window also with the burn tool, and this little exposure over here on the back wall. Alright, get my paintbrush. Alright. Lots of fun, everybody. Lots of fun. Oops. There we go. Make that slightly smaller. Oh, don't forget I have to color his shoes in also. Make this slightly smaller. A little smaller. There we go. Zoom back out. Actually, correction, zoom back in. Gotta get a shirt. Unclick it once in a while so we don't mess it up. Especially when it starts lagging a little bit. Definitely want to let go of the brush every couple seconds, because otherwise you won't see where it's going and you'll mess it up. Make the brush smaller. little smaller. There we go. All right, zoom out. Change it to soft white. Really didn't do much to the tie, but I'll show you how to correct that in a second. So we're going to go ahead and leave it in, leave it the color it is, merge it down. Not yet, actually. I'm going to go ahead and adjust the shirt right now. So Alt, zoom in. Oops. What's going on here? I'm going to grab our lasso tool and very carefully, sorry, my screen spazzes out sometimes. All right, I'm going to redo this with the polyagonal thing. So what happens when you have a very poor, low quality computer? And this takes some time. I mean, if my computer wasn't so bad, I would just use the hand tool. We're basically going to adjust the hue and saturation to change the color of the tie and the shirt. Alright, so we have that highlighted. We're going to click our hue and saturation and just mess with it slightly. Let's see. You just gotta really mess with it until you get something you like. You know what? We're not going to use hue and saturation for this. Let's try something different. Let's back up, step back, step back. There we go. Try black and white. You know what? We're just going to back out completely. I'm going to burn it. So not a big deal. Oh, let me go in and there's a couple marks on his face. So spot healing brush. Oh, sorry. There we go. There we go. Much better. We're just going to burn the shirt out. So don't worry about that. We're going to merge the layers. Fit the screen. Alright, let's see what we got. This is uncolored. This is colored. Alright, So we're going to come over here to the left. We're going to grab our burn tool. Let's make it slightly bigger. Slightly bigger. I'm going to get his whole... I want to be able to get his whole face here. Make it slightly smaller. Slightly bigger. Alright. Sure looks a little better there. Let me zoom in. I want to see his eyes. I don't think we need to mess with that. You know what? Let's go ahead and mess with the eyes anyway. Just to show you how easy it is. And this only takes a second to do. This ain't hard at all. Click this. Let's get the actual color of it. Make it a little bit more blue. Come here. We're going to fill the paint bucket in. Actually, no, I'm going to show you another way to do this. There is another way. Just click Layer Mask and just paint from there. You don't actually need to fill the whole screen in. That's only if you're doing a large area. If you're doing a small area like just the eyes, just create a new layer, pick your color, get your paintbrush, and paint in the eyes. We went over the eyelids a little bit, so let's redo that there. See, here's where you want the hardness to fade. Make it slightly bigger. So let's say, see how 60 looks. There we go. There we go. And come here. You go normal, go to soft white, and there you go. Brought out the eyes a little bit more. Let's see what happens if we click color. Oh, much better. It's a little brighter. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to merge these layers together. We're going to zoom back out again. And let's see how that looks. You can see a little bit more detail in the eyes there. Let's see the complete before and after. Before, after. Let's burn out this area on the wall though before we finish up here. There we go. Let's back up there. I kind of got his jacket a little bit. All right. I don't think that looks too bad. Not bad at all. Before and after. And if you don't like the way the color looks, you can always take this color image. Here, let's create a new layer. And we can make it black and white. Easy as that. You know, you can adjust your layers here, your channels. Depending on how you like, you know, your detail and your image. Bring out the greens a little bit. Let's see, do we have any cyan? No. Blues. His eyes. You can see his eyes, you know, changing. There we go. Let's mess with the reds a little bit. Just want to get a little balanced. There, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. Let me try and burn his face a little bit more. Whoop. Sorry, black and white layers on. That's why it didn't do anything for us. Alright. Let's merge those layers. And now let's try to see what happens if we burn his face in black and white. Alright. Brings out a little bit more detail. Let's get his hands. A little bit more detail in the hands. Let's see what happens if we burn the back wall now. The window. Not really doing much. I'm gonna back that up. It's kind of making it look a little grainy. But here we go. Let's see what our before and after complete looks like. This is before. Here's our colored after. Again, before, colored. Here's our before, and here's our black and white. Before, black and white. Now let's see our colored before and after black and white. So here's colored and black and white. I really appreciate you watching my little tutorials. If you like them, please let me know. If you have any tips or tricks that will better improve my images, I would love to hear them. You know, just a little disclaimer though, I am nowhere near a professional at this. Oh, one thing I forgot actually, you know, I'm not a professional, so, you know, don't criticize me too much. But I forgot to burn the buttons. Almost forgot about that. There we go. That looks a little better. No, I don't like the way that looks on the colored. Back that up again. One more time. There we go. Alright, again, I appreciate you watching. If you have any comments or questions, you know, please let me know. Thank you very much and have a good day, fellas and ladies.